Wait, did you hear what Johnny Depp and Penélope Cruz just announced? Because this news, it changes everything. Picture this, you're scrolling through the day's headlines, sipping your coffee, and then, boom, you see their names together. Johnny Depp. Penélope Cruz. And a headline so wild that you literally have to read it twice. That's the kind of moment we're talking about today. These two aren't just Hollywood actors. They're icons. Legends. Johnny, with his unforgettable characters and mysterious charm. Penélope, with her grace, talent, and fierce independence. When their worlds collide, it's never just another news story. It's a cultural moment. And now, they've made an announcement that fans can't stop talking about. I know you're probably wondering, what's so shocking about this? And why is everyone losing their minds over it? Stick with me, because this is not just another celebrity headline. It's a story with layers. A story about reinvention, connection, and maybe even a comeback that no one saw coming. So, let's start from the top. Johnny Depp and Penélope Cruz, they've shared screen time before, and every time they do, something magical happens. Remember Pirates of the Caribbean, on Stranger Tides? Their chemistry was undeniable. Fans loved them together. But this announcement? It's something totally different. First, they dropped a cryptic teaser. Just a few words. No details. It was enough to make people sit up, raise an eyebrow, and start guessing. Was it about a new project? A movie? Maybe even something personal? Nobody knew for sure. And then, the reveal happened. And it was big. The reactions were instant. The internet lit up. Fans started tweeting, commenting, sharing theories. Some people were thrilled. Others were shocked. But everyone agreed on one thing: this was a turning point. It's not every day you see two Hollywood legends like Johnny and Penélope drop something that feels this personal, this unexpected. And that's why it's making such waves. But here's the thing, announcements like this are never just about what's on the surface. They're like the first act of a movie. There's always something bigger coming. And if you know anything about Johnny or Penélope, you know they're both masters of timing. Think about Johnny for a second. This is a man who's faced some of the toughest challenges in Hollywood and still found a way to rise. His journey hasn't been easy, but he's always been true to himself. He's known for choosing roles that break the rules, characters that live in the gray areas, just like him. And then there's Penélope. She's one of the few actresses who's managed to balance blockbuster films with deeply emotional, artistic projects. She's fearless. She's the kind of actor who disappears into her roles and makes you feel something real. So when these two make an announcement together, you better believe it's something that matters. Now, let me walk you through this step by step. The first step is understanding the announcement itself. Think about the last time you heard news so unexpected that you had to check if it was real. That's what fans are feeling right now. The announcement hints at a major shift. Maybe it's about their careers, maybe it's about their lives. But whatever it is, it's not small. Next, let's talk about the reactions. Have you ever seen the internet explode over a single post? That's what's happening here. Some fans are overjoyed. They're already imagining what's next, maybe a movie, maybe something even bigger. Others are confused. What does this mean? Why now? But here's what's clear, nobody is ignoring it. And finally, why does it matter? Because this isn't just about two celebrities. It's about two people who've been through it all: fame, controversy, success, heartbreak. And who keep surprising us. This announcement feels like a hint of something powerful, maybe even a fresh start. It's moments like this that remind me why we love stories like theirs. Because it's not just about Hollywood. It's about resilience. It's about creating something new when everyone thinks they've seen your best work. It's about proving that you still have something to say. And let's be honest, we all love a good comeback story, don't we? Here's what I find fascinating about Johnny and Penélope: they're not just actors. They're storytellers. Every decision they make, every role they choose, it all says something. It's like they're building a bigger picture. And this announcement? It's one more piece of that puzzle. Here's a little pro insight: when stars like this make a public statement, there's usually more happening behind the scenes than we realize. It's like a movie trailer: you see the flashy moments, but the real story is just starting to unfold. And let's not forget, both Johnny and Penélope have a history of doing the unexpected. That's why fans love them. They don't play it safe. They don't follow the rules. And in Hollywood, that's rare. Could this announcement mean a new collaboration between them? Another film that will make headlines? Or maybe something even more personal? Fans are buzzing with theories. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they've got something massive up their sleeves. One thing's for sure, these two know how to keep the world guessing. Now, let's talk about what this means for their careers. Johnny's been through a roller coaster in recent years. He's had ups and downs, but he's still one of the most iconic actors of our time. People love him because he's raw. He's real. And when he steps into a character, he gives it everything. Penélope, on the other hand, has this quiet strength. She doesn't need to shout to get attention. Her performances speak for themselves. She's one of those rare talents who can do both arthouse films and big-budget blockbusters, and make it look effortless. When you put these two together, it's like lightning. It's not just talent, it's energy. And that's why this announcement has people so excited. But let me ask you something: what do you think this means? Do you think they're about to start a new film project? Or is this something completely unexpected? I love asking questions like this because, honestly, we don't know all the answers yet. And that's what makes it exciting. Here's another thought: maybe this announcement isn't just about them. Maybe it's a reminder for all of us that it's never too late to surprise people. To reinvent yourself. To take a bold step and say, "Watch what I do next." That's what makes stories like this so inspiring. Because if Johnny and Penélope can keep surprising the world after all these years, maybe we can too. Now, I want to share something interesting I've noticed about how they approach their careers. It's not just about fame. It's not just about money. It's about choosing roles and projects that mean something. That's why their work lasts. That's why we remember their performances long after the credits roll. And maybe, just maybe, this announcement is the start of something legendary. So, let me wrap this up with a question for you. What's your guess? What do you think Johnny and Penélope are planning? Is it a project, a new collaboration, or something we can't even imagine yet? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop your guesses in the comments. Let's see who gets it right. And if you've enjoyed diving into this story with me, don't stop here. I've got another video that goes even deeper into Johnny's recent journey, his struggles, and the comeback moments that made him who he is today. I'll link it right after this one, you won't want to miss it. Before you go, do me a quick favor. If this video made you curious or gave you something to think about, hit the like button. It really helps the channel and lets me know you want more stories like this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? There are so many more fascinating stories coming your way. So, here's my final question for you. What's one celebrity announcement that left you completely speechless? Let's chat in the comments, I can't wait to read your thoughts.